Hello and welcome to YMCA of San Francisco Classes for All. My name is Gaelle, Chef Gaelle for today, and today we will be making hot chocolate cookies. For today's class, you will be needing first to wash your hands, because it's important to wash your hands when you're about to be touching food and sharing it. Second of all, ingredients. The ingredients you'll need is so feel free to follow along or jot notes and do it later with a loved one, because cooking and baking is better with friends and family. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is put the 1 1/4 cup of softened butter into your bowl. So I'm using unsalted butter. A wise friend once told me when you're baking, it's always better to use unsalted butter, because yes, because you know you can sometimes the ingredients has you add salt in it. So if you have salted butter, then I guess that could be a problem. So just so you guys know, if you did not know, kiddos, on your bars of butter, there's measurements. So what I did, this is 1 stick of butter, 1 cup stick of butter, and then 1/4 is right here. So you can find the measurements there, right on there. All right, next we're gonna put 1 cup of for some reason, I'm having a very hard time pronouncing granulated. I said earlier granulated, because apparently sugar graduates, and so I said graduate, but that's okay. I'm human, and I make mistakes just like anybody else. I'm gonna grab my 1 cup of granulated. Sometimes even adults have to sound things out, and you know what? It's okay. It's gonna be okay. So here's my measurement to the top. Let me do that in here. And then I'm gonna pour that into my bowl. Next, I'm gonna put my, get my 2/3 cup of brown sugar. So I have light brown sugar. I don't think it should make a difference. But something else to note, friends, you can just use brown sugar if you want to. This recipe calls for you to use granulated sugar and brown sugar. But if you're like, you know what, like granulated sugar is a little bit too much for me, go for brown sugar. Why not? You do you, you know? So 2/3 cup, this is my 1/3 cup. So I'm gonna put 2 of these suckers in. I feel like typically people would put flour in here first, but hey, I'm just gonna. All right. Next, I'm going to put my 2 eggs into this bowl. Ooh. And my other egg. All right, next we're gonna do our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, or if you're like me, you're like, you know what, maybe you went to the store and you couldn't find any vanilla extract, just, get some almonds, use something different. Why not substitute it? and maybe you might even like it better. So 1 teaspoon. All right. And then after, it's time for the flour. We're gonna put 3 cups in 1/4 cup of flour. So here we go. First cup of flour. Ooh. Second cup of flour. Third cup of flour. And then 1/4 cup. And so I'm gonna take a little break and stir this sucker up. Now I am gonna put my 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I love the winter holiday. It's just such an awesome time to spend with family and friends, and you give each other gifts and stuff like that. But I think for me personally, I just love being able to be still with family and enjoy each other's company without the regular rush of the week or the day by day. And so that's always exciting. And then, you know, giving gifts to friends and loved ones is always a plus too. And getting your wish list, you know, checked off, getting everything that you want. But for me, I think for sure spending time with family is my highlight of the winter holidays. So next, we're gonna grab our 4 packets of instant hot chocolate. So the hot chocolate I'm using is Swiss Miss. Swiss Miss. And so you can grab 4 packets. If you want to measure, you can do 1/2 cup of hot cocoa mix. Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add 4 packets. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know about you guys, but okay, so I'm originally from Massachusetts, and it's real cold out there, y'all. It's like you have to shovel your way out of your home. So like on like a Christmas miracle day, when it'd be like snowing outside and it was looking all glorious and beautiful out, I would be inside and I would be drinking some hot chocolate. And we have Haitian hot chocolate, and it's also very yummy. It's definitely darker, like it's a darker roast, like a darker hot chocolate, but it's so yummy. All the same. But yes, I love making hot chocolate and then putting marshmallows inside. Like, OMG. What's your favorite drink to drink during the holidays with your family? Do you have a family recipe for that? Like, you know, is it like a special, like, this is what we do? I don't know. So many people do so many different things. Mix it all up. So this definitely changed the color of the mix. Instead of it being like a light tan, it's definitely chocolate. It makes sense. You know, it's only science. We already did the baking soda, so now we're gonna do the 1 teaspoon of baking powder. The thing with baking, guys, is like you have to follow the rules. And I'm a cooker in the sense that like I don't, and I'll spontaneously add things. So this is really like great practice if you want to practice, you know, being regimented and follow the rules. This is great practice baking. Just go in the kitchen and bake something. Because if you don't, the consequence is you're not going to enjoy what you just made. It's gonna be like, so not good. Oops. Now we're gonna add dark chocolate because it's so yummy and healthy for you. So we're gonna add 1 cup of dark chocolate. I can't help it. I need to make sure it's good. That's why I'm tasting it. Oh, so good. Make sure it's full up to the top. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gradually mix it in there so it's like all over, all up in there, you know what I'm saying? You dig? Do you get what I'm putting down? Smell what I'm stepping on? All right, so that's mixed in there. And next we're gonna grab our Jet Puffed Mallow Bites or bits. Yeah, mallow bits. Open this sucker up. Boom. And that's also 1 cup. Like, who would have thought? Hot chocolate or hot cocoa cookies. Like everything I love in one. Oh, the joys of baking and cooking. Just also glorious. I did the same thing with the dark chocolate. I slowly but surely mixed it in as I stirred. So this is a great opportunity. Again, always encourage you to cook with your family or friends because you guys can just help each other out in the kitchen. Yeah. So that's all stirred in there. I see it everywhere. I see marshmallow and dark chocolate. It's wonderful. It's glorious, I tell you. This is how my mix looks. Optional, you can add crushed candy canes, and that will make it definitely very wintry. All right, so we have that. Something that I should have added in earlier, but there's also peppermint hot cocoa mix. So if you're like, oh, I don't really want to like crunch on like some candy cane, you can buy peppermint hot cocoa mix and you'll have that flavor in there. And so you just get the best of both worlds in that. I, however, did not use that. But if you want to use this type of hot cocoa mix than your traditional hot cocoa mix, definitely go for it. And then also there's hot cocoa mix where it does have marshmallows in it too. So food for thought. Get it? I have food for thought, you know, anyways. So without further ado, I'm gonna grab my pan, or you can grab, or this is a tray more than a pan, huh? So I'm gonna grab my tray, and on my tray, I'm gonna put a baking sheet on there, so it fits just right. And on my baking sheet, so I put my butter in a bowl to melt it in the microwave. So the little leftover grease from the butter, I'm gonna grab a small piece of paper towel, and then I'm just going to essentially butter my pan. I know typically, like, I don't know, it just makes me feel good. I know you can't really stick anything. It can't really, the cookies won't get stuck and stuff like that on it. But you know what, like, why not? Just add a little butter on there. So I'm gonna grab my ice cream scoop to scoop up some of this hot cocoa cookie mix and put it on my pan. So here I go. Oh yeah. And then, oh no, ah! Let me. Oh no, chocolate chip, get back in there. So I'm just gonna ball it up, put it in there. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Christmas party. You can be. You will get a sentimental feeling. Oh no. When you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the house. What's your favorite type of Christmas cookie? I don't know if I have per se a favorite type of Christmas cookie. I just love treats in general. I know when I was in college, I would go to one of my friend's house, right, to wait to go to the airport. You know, I would spend the night, the day before I would go to the airport, and her family would make, from scratch, guys, chocolate. Just chocolate treats. Like that, like like you walk in and every counter, table, every surface in that house was filled with chocolate candy that they made, like chocolate treats, chocolate cookies, like everything. Not candy per se, but like chocolate cookies and like just chocolate. If chocolate can be on it, it was like that. And I remember when I went over there and they're like, okay, Gaelle, grab yourself a container. You're taking some home. I was like, what? Who, me? And like, this was back then when I didn't believe that peanut butter and chocolate belonged together. Cause I was like, it was just, like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like, it's just so powerful and sweet. And I'm like, I don't know. I never combined the two. So Reese's Cup was never my thing. But man, it was revolutionary when I tasted their peanut butter chocolate cookie. I was like, this forever changed my perspective. It's forever changed my life. But it was so good. And I thought it was really cool because it was just not just her immediate family. It was like aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma. Like, it was just really sweet and beautiful time that they spent with their family. And I felt really honored because they were inclusive and they invited me into their home. College students love being invited into homes. They invited me into their home and they had me, you know, they had me be part of their family festivities. Like, what more can anybody ask for that? All right, so here it is, folks. These are the cookies that are yet to be made. The temperature that your oven should be on is 350 to 375 for 10 minutes. And of course, of course, like anything else, continue to check on your cookies and make sure they're not burning, because it's not going to be tasty. All right, hurrah! Let's do it. Serve the first, everybody. Hello, and we are back with our finished product of our hot cocoa chocolate chip cookies. So these are our cookies, friends. I would put them on those like fun cookie drying racks. For some reason I'm forgetting the name of it. Anyways, I would let it cool off and then enjoy. It smells so good, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a wonderful time together creating this. It's definitely a fun dish or dessert. Thank you so much for joining me in this cooking class or baking for today. I hope that you check us out on www.ymcasf.org for more classes for all, but it will be live. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Oh my gosh. It's so good.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. So don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.